Hello everybody. So welcome back to the Unit 2B 0 period videos. This is part 3. This is the final part. So we got one more section to do. Hopefully it won't take super long. And so let's go ahead and do it. So it says solve the following system of inequalities graphically on the set of axes below. State the coordinates of a point in the solution set. Okay, so we're basically supposed to graph them and then give the coordinates of a solution. So let's start with graphing them. I'm going to graph them in two different colors. So I'm going to do this one in blue. So let's start with that one. It is starting at -1. Okay, so let's go to -1. And what we're going to do is go up 1 over 2. So up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. I'm going to go backwards a few. So down 1, backwards 2, down 1, backwards 2, down 1, backwards 2. And I'm going to keep going like that. Okay. That one has an equal to. So remember, that's a solid line. So let's go ahead and draw that line and zoom. And it's a less than. So we would shade everything below. Now, I'm going to do the other line in a different color. Let's pick like a green. So I'll do that obnoxiously bright green. So it's starting at -4. And then the slope is telling us it's going down 1 over 1. So let's go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and keep going. As long as we have space, and I keep going backwards. Alright, now that one is greater than or equal to, so it's also a solid line. But instead of shading below, since it's a greater than, we're going to shade above. So it's everything up here above that one. Now, you might be like, Mr. Waters, this looks ridiculous. You have all kinds of random lines everywhere. And you're kind of right. Okay, we need to circle an area that has both of them. So I'm going to circle it in orange. Notice that this area right in here, okay, is actually the area that has both shaded in green and blue. And so that's our real solution set, right? And we need to give a point in there. So anything that has green and blue shading in it would count. So I'm going to just pick one. There's 5, -2 would be perfect. And so that would be a good solution in that double overlap solution set. Okay, let's go and do another one. All right. So this one says solve the following system of inequalities graphically on the set of axes below. State the coordinates of a point in the solution set. Okay, so I'm going to do this first one in our orange that we have. So it starts at a y-intercept of 5, and then the slope says -1 over 5, so that's down 1 over 5, and then down 1 over 5, and then I'm going to go backwards 1 over 5 this way, then backwards, oops, that's be right there, backwards 1 over 5 again. And then I'm going to draw my line through. I'm going to pause for just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so then let's go ahead and draw the other one. Let me get us a different color. Do that blue. And we know that this one is at -6, and it's going up 2 over 1. Remember that 2 always has an invisible 1 under it, right? Those numbers, if they're just regular numbers, always have something invisible underneath them. So up 2 over 1, 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 up 2 over 1. You can keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. And then, oops, that one is off. Let me see if I can get my eraser to erase that. Also, sorry if y'all hear a little baby crying a little bit. My 1-year-old is going to sleep in the room beside me. Okay, so then it is a greater than, and so we need to make it dash, not solid. And these are both greater than, right? So we need to make it above this one. So above this one would be this way. And above the orange one would be, let me get my orange-ish back. I think that about right. Orange be this way. And then there's a little bit of overlap. Okay, it'd be this region all in here, right? So anything in this area where there's double shading would be an example solution. So I'm going to pick 0, 7 because smack dab in the middle of that. Okay, and then let's mosey along. And I think there's one for you guys to try. Yep, I have one for y'all to try. So I'll go ahead and pause the video, try this one, and then I will come and work it with you to make sure we are good. All right, pause it. Unpause when you're ready. All right, so hopefully what you did was you plotted this one at 4, and you went down 1 over 1, so down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, so on and so forth, and you just kept going for a minute. Went backwards some. And then it drew a dashed line through. And that one was greater than, so shaded above. And then let me switch colors and go light blue this time. Something like that. And -5. And it was going up 2 over 1, so I'd be up 2 over 1, 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 then we go backwards a few, and then make a dashed line. So this one was less than, so let's shade below. And then there's some overlap area. Pick a point in there, and that would be a good example solution. Okay, so I'm going to pick 7, 0, because it's right there in the middle. All right, now, what you need to do now is go and do your Unit 2B recovery on Delta Math, so make sure that you go and do that. If you need help accessing that, like this is your first time doing a recovery unit with us, there's another video on my channel called How to Access 0 period Delta Math. That's what it's titled, How to Access 0 period DM. Look for it on the same channel where you found this video. All right, thanks guys.